Que nos une. Ya sabes, en la radio que escucha tu comunidad. 90.3 Radio Bávaro, puntacanahits.com. Somos barrio, porque somos más que vecinos. Somos barrio, tu voz.
Every Friday at 7 p.m., Punta Cana Hits presents What's Up Punta Cana with Christy Maggio, the #1 English talk show in the area, with the best that the Dominican Republic and the rest of the world have to offer.
All right. Welcome to What's Up Punta Cana. This is Christy Maggio, and I am excited to be here again. Once again, another episode. They just fly by. And I'm really happy about our guest tonight, and I'm happy to introduce him to you all. Tonight's guest is James De La Raza. Hi, James. How are you?
How are you doing, Christy? Good to see you again. How's everybody doing out there in Punta Cana, USA, the Caribbean, Puerto Rico? I'm here.
Tell us a little bit about if someone says, who is James De La Raza?
Well, just it's so much about me that Netflix is talking to Frankie D and me about a documentary about my life and what I've done since the 80s. You're going back to the Fat Boys and when I was a DJ in Roseland, and I started as a DJ.
Really?
And then I took a little hiatus and I went into the Army.
Okay.
After high school, I went into the Army. And I became a communications officer. And then after the Army, I went back to college.
Really?
I went 2 years to college, so I went back to college to finish and get a bachelor's degree in radio and television and political science. And then I started getting into radio. So in New York, I was with WKTU, Making It Funky for You with Carlos De Jesus. Baby J, the legend. We were like legendary DJs in Latin Quarters and Roseland, and I started going, DJing and radio. Then they started calling me the Radio Man. Then I got into I moved to Miami, and I started working with Star Force, WEDR, Brandy V. All those guys in the 90s. And I moved to Orlando, but everywhere I went, I started making a name for myself. JDL the legend. Did I forget to mention one of the greatest ideas in the profession? So they knew me as JDL the legend. And I started building my name from New York through the discos, through the radio, and Benzino and Dave Mays from the Source magazine, they started taking notice of, in the 90s. That's when the Source magazine was really, really, really strong. So Benzino's father, Snaps, Eduardo de Jesus, is Boricua. And I'm Boricua. I'm Puerto Rican American. But, I just say America first, I'm American Puerto Rican. I don't care what people get upset at me. People are going to like you, dislike you. They're going to talk about you.
Very true.
So, I am America first.
Okay.
Without saying, I'm a Trumpster.
Yeah. And
I created a lot of enemies for 12 years because I really believe in America first and America first agenda. I don't care about any other country. I don't care about my own island, Puerto Rico. You better wake up because you keep following these libtards and Looney Tunes. You're going to wind up destroying. The island's already getting destroyed. I don't care what anybody says. They're talking about, and America, and this, and a comedian, and they call Puerto Rico a trash can. You have a pollution problem. Fix it.
Right.
Like Trump said, fix it. That's the problem with America. You need to wake up.
Yep.
Okay, you just woke me up.
I know. There you go.
That's what you like about me. You like to push my buttons.
I do. I have to say.
Go ahead, do it.
I enjoy it. I enjoy it because it's one of those things that I like when people are transparent and just talk Put it out there, Stop tippy-toeing around trying to make everybody and don't hurting anybody's feelings. Not everybody gets a trophy. Some people are wrong. Some people are right. End of story.
That's it. That's the problem that we've been having for at least a decade.
Yes.
What's the consolation prize?
Yeah.
Give them a trophy for participation.
Yes.
That's not where I come from.
Exactly.
Trump is not like that.
Yep.
Neither is General Flynn or Lieutenant Colonel West the best. And you all can't call me a racista, a racist. Black and white and brown, yellow and red, get this through your head. I am James de la Raza, la leyenda, the legend. I said it in English and I'm telling you in Spanish. So that America and Latino America se levante, wake up,
Yes.
Smell the café.
Smell the coffee is right, because the problem is that what they're doing and what the politicians are pushing on you is basically more or less, just to make you feel like they're doing something for you, when in reality they're not doing anything for
Exactly. All they do is steal, steal, steal.
Yes.
Ladronazo, ladronazo, ladronazo. Let's tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Dominicans are tired of that.
Yes.
Los dominicanos me enseñaron eso. For the last 12 years, I was the director and executive producer of Super Canal.
Oh, wow.
Super Canal.
Yes.
So, I've learned a lot from Latin America and from the Dominicans. I have converted Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. I have converted Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. That 8 years ago, when Trump won the first time against Hillary, trickery, Hillary, you're silly to me. Getting the money from Saudis, educate me. You'd rather devastate me, take my cultura and try to rape me. See, that's what people like about me. Like, what did he just say?
Exactly.
Trump offends people. Let's keep this 100%.
Yes.
Trump offends people, but he gets the job done.
He gets the job done, but he offends people because he's telling the truth.
Okay, so the truth offends you. The truth, like Jesus, offended the world.
Exactly.
They crucified him.
Absolutely.
What do you call Trump, a felon? What was Jesus? Jesus Christ, a felon.
Right?
They called him everything they threw the book at him. They persecuted him. They called him a felon. They said he's
a liar. He's
a liar.
Everything. Yeah.
Blasphemous. They called him everything.
Yes.
And they crucified him for being a realist, for telling the truth. So you want to come at me. Boricuas want to come at me. But you're going to like this one. I wore this for you. But even when I lie, I tell the truth.
Gotta love Scarface. Gotta love Al Pacino.
Even when I lie, I'm telling the truth.
Yes.
So you don't like it, and the libtards don't like it, and they're having an attack, Christy, this morning, right? With Kash Patel. Mm-hmm. He's confirmed FBI director, and he's launching an investigation with 15 of my favorite devil rats. And you're going to jail. And you're going to jail, and this is run tell that. All right? You all got millions and millions and millions of dollars in your bank accounts.
Yes.
Stop investigating me or you or Frankie D. Stop investigating me for my $500-600 in my checking account and go and investigate those damn crooks.
Exactly. And that's right. But you're right. And I love it because you say it in such a
Frankie's laughing over there.
But the thing is that you say it in a way people are going to listen to you. Why? Because you're telling the truth, but and I have to give you, like, where did this come from? Has your personality always been like this?
I've always told the truth.
But not just telling the truth, because I tell the truth too, but I don't. I wish I could convey it in a way that people listen more.
I used to be, like Frank said, that the other guests, they were real quiet. Yeah. So I used to be like that. I used to be a calladito. But when I learned with the Dominicans, because the Dominicans, they're like, ¡El ladronazo que me está robando el político este que se habla! right? So I learned. I said, wait a minute. At least they're listening to the pueblo, right? The pueblo. They got pissed off because, ¿verdad, Frankie? What was it talking about? La luz or something, or lo impuestos. Right?
Yes,
The taxes. So they started con los calderos. You know what? He's laughing over there. Ping, 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 ping. ¡Ladrón! ¿Dónde está el árabe? ¡Está escondido!
Yeah.
Abinader no se deja ver. Yo quiero saber. Dime por qué. Look at Frankie. He's cracking up over there.
But you're so clever.
I come up with these things because, I'm a producer. Okay, I didn't finish answering your question. I became the executive producer of Super Canal.
Okay.
And so, but all my life I've been a producer.
Yeah.
So I produced some of the best rappers in the game, Black and Hispanic and Puerto Ricans.
Mm-hmm.
So, back in the days, I produced the Fat Boys, LL, movies, soundtracks. Boricua
Really?
Guerreros, Yankee, Tempo, some of the biggest rappers.
Wow.
But a lot of people just seen that side, but didn't see the black side. Or didn't see my television side. So you have a lot of people that think, this guy is like a Nas, Eminem, Dr. Dre, all wrapped up in one. And you're right. They say that to me. You know who calls me the Latin Dr. Dre? The Jewish people. Monty Littman, Universal, Jerry Heller, who did NWA,
Wow.
Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, So they call me Latin Dr. Dre because if you look at what I've done, radio, television, syndication, I had my own label deal, Sony Music, right? And then you look, and my own distribution deal. And when you look at the things that I've done, they're right. But I didn't get paid like Dr. Dre.
Right.
So I started saying that's because I'm like calladito. So guess what? I started mouthing out. Like Trump started mouthing out. And now people respect.
Yes.
They actually salute me. I got a song that we're going to put out. You already saw the...
I did.
Do the Donald.
Do the Donald.
We
love it.
put together Do the Donald a couple of weeks ago, and we're going to start promoting Do the Donald, the Donald dance. But we got this song with Rock and Roll Dave in Orlando, the Keaton Band, called I Salute You. And it's for the veterans because I'm a veteran. So, and my uncle Tito Puente, another thing is that I'm Tito Puente's nephew.
Wow.
So my cousin Junior and me are the founding fathers of Latinos for Trump with Maurice Simonet, Michael the Black Man that you always see behind Trump, the bearded black guy with, blacks for Trump, blacks for Trump. We started that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people know, wow, we did that since 2008.
Right.
Think about that.
It's a long time.
Long time, right? And a lot of people say, who started blacks and Latinos for Trump? You're looking at them.
There you
I
go.
started in Miami and Margot and the Tea Party, me, Michael the Black Man. Y'all can Google all this. You can Google, go into the internet and see years. In 2012, you see me singing with Tito Puente Jr., with my cousin and Maurice, Michael the Black Man. And so we started Blacks and Latinos for Trump. So when you see all these other organizations come up, right?
Yeah.
They forget where that came from. It came from us. And every time I go to Miami, Mo, I call him Mo, my brother Mo, Maurice. I say, Mo, it's a shame that in the society that we live, that because we backed up Trump before everybody, we backed up Trump, we had gotten enemies worldwide.
Yeah. I can imagine.
En el mundo entero. I got death threats. They used to send death threats over here to Super Canal. But the thing is that the military here, all the colonels and the generals,
Right.
they back me up. They even salute me when I come in the airports.
I'm sure.
La raza, comando.
Yep.
They salute me.
Yep.
So I said to Dave, Rock and Roll Dave and Steve, veteran compadres, up in Orlando, I said, you know what we need to do? We need to do a song for the veterans. Because you see the veterans eating, sleeping.
Yes.
Sitting in the streets of America. That burns me up. That burns me up all the time I see
Terrible.
this.
Yes.
And nobody helps them. It's like, you
politicians are getting millions and millions and millions of dollars and giving millions and billions and billions, you know, for the DEI or the LGBTQ, XYZ, WTF, or, you know, diversity. Wait a minute. What about these men and women that are sleeping and eating and sleeping in the streets of America, and you got illegals that came through the back door?
Right.
And that's why people listen to me. See how I just said it with passion?
Passion.
You know, help us, Lord, on the street there's a civil war. My words of wisdom you must not ignore, for I am the son of a Spanish conquistador. And, you know, that's deep. You see, I come up with these things, like, where?
I need to know. Is it just roll off your head?
No, because it just comes, you know, like Eminem, like a rapper. It comes from my rap roots, you know. It's a gift. It's a dong.
It is a huge gift because, and actually, I was just talking to my students about this the other day because we're doing spoken word in school, and so so I'm showing them Eminem, I'm showing them all of these the rap battles and stuff like that, other people who are doing spoken word, and how it just like rolls off their tongue. That is a gift.
Yeah, it comes from your rapping ability. You know,
but not everybody has it.
Not everybody has it.
I can't do it.
But you don't remember you and me were talking about the Grammys, for example.
Right.
Look, Kendrick Lamar. And I just look at today's music and today's rappers and artists. They're fabricated like the AI.
Yes.
Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
That's what they do now. It's like they can't sing, they can't rap. And you're giving these guys Grammys? You're giving Kendrick Lamar a whole bunch of Grammys. They're not like us. They're not like us. And this, and I run and I hide. And the Bible I hide, but I shoot this guy. What are you talking about, brother? I want to know what you... Because I'm listening to your lyrics, and you are not a good person, bro.
Why do you think they do that? Like, what is the Grammy benefit? What did the Grammys benefit from doing that?
You know that Lucifer was a great singer.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
According to the Bible, right? And so they use music now.
Yes, and the tones in the music.
The wickedness of the world. They use music now to get at the young kids. So these young kids don't even know what rhymology is.
Right.
They can't even understand. If I'm, you know, they see a guy like Eminem. I'll give you an example. Yeah. Eminem, right? 55 years old.
Is he?
This guy's still one of the greatest rappers of all time.
100%.
But you know what? The divisionary tactics that they use, because he's a white guy.
Yep.
See, this is the things why people follow me. They say, this guy's telling the truth. This guy's
true.
from New York. This guy ain't playing, and he's telling the truth.
Yes.
I don't care. Black and white and brown and yellow and red, get this through your head. I don't care if you don't think Eminem is one of the greatest MCs of all time. I do. It's my opinion. Some of you wissy sissies think that LeBron James is the greatest basketball player of all time. The proof is in the pudding, in the numbers. Numbers don't lie. MJ is the GOAT.
He is the GOAT.
Six rings. Look at Frankie over there. Hey, Frankie, 6 rings. 6.
Yes.
Huh? Todavía está LeBron, the loser James, crybaby, with 3. and he tries to buy a team of stars. Ain't going nowhere. Hey, Lakers, fakers, stop trying to buy this guy, 77. What's his name? Dominic. Stop it. You ain't getting it, LeBron. LeBron, the loser. That's all you. Take the L, my nizzy for Rizzy. Take the L.
I mean, LeBron is still great, but he's not MJ.
No, I'm not saying he's not great. I'm not saying he's not
Kobe.
Great. He ain't MJ, and he never will be.
No. And that's the thing. Like we have when we look at those things, like, but going back to you know, like you said, right now the enemy, the devil, is infiltrating everywhere, and he is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Oh yeah, yeah, and pushing that Sodom and Gomorrah lover stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't care if you're gay.
Right.
I really don't look. I really don't give a damn if the chief of the fire chief in California, L.A. LA, you better listen to the signs.
Yes.
You know, we don't care if she's gay.
Right.
I didn't care if buckwheat in the White House. You know what I'm talking about. This is why people love me. Hey, buckwheat, get out. We didn't care about your sex life. We don't care if you're black and a lesbian. We don't care. We don't care. Do you understand? We don't care. I want to know if you can fly,
You can do your
a
job.
plane.
Right.
I don't care about your DEI. I care about can you do the job?
Can you do your job? Can
Huh?
you do your job?
What was the mayor of LA, right?
Right.
I'm gay, I'm black, I'm proud, and I'm a lesbian. So what?
Right.
You're the lousiest, the worst mayor in the history of LA.
LA is not good. LA is not.
Look,
I've been in LA
Tell
quite a
him.
few times in the past couple years, and I tell you what they have on the streets and the tent cities and the people living on the streets, it's awful. And then you have these broken down buildings and all of these things that the city could upkeep. Now, and I get it. There's, 50% of those that are homeless have mental health or drug issues. But there are 50% of people who are working and can't afford rent and have to live in their car. Kids have to live in their car because their parents are working but can't afford rent. There's something wrong when they're putting what do you call it? Porta potties and porta sinks and porta showers outside so that these people can shower. Get them a place to live.
Thank you very much. That's all. I have to scream and shout.
Yeah.
Have to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're starting to wake up now. You see all these Elon Musk waking them up.
Exactly.
Elon Musk is you know how you dust the dirt under the rug.
Yes,
Yeah. So Elon Musk he's
lifting the rug.
He's lifting the damn rug, and he's saying,
shaking it out.
"You're a crook. You're a crook. You're all crooks, and you're all taking billions and millions and billions, and the kickbacks." So now, Kash Patel, the new FBI director, I salute you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The new FBI director, because back in the day, let me tell you something. The past 25 years, FBI, funny business going on in imbeciles. That's what I used to call them, the FBI. Funny business and imbeciles, but now you got Kash. And Kash is going after that ass. He sure is.
and rightfully so, because it's been brushed under the rug for long enough. And I'm tired of people saying, well, that's the government. Well, that's what they do. Well, we need to get them out, but they keep voting them in. When is enough going to be enough? And when are people going to start to wake up? And I think that by Trump winning this past election, I think we are seeing a lot of people saying, we need to wake up, because what has happened in the past 4 years, in my opinion, is nothing good other than getting us into much more inflation, a lot of handouts, and no givebacks, and them pocketing the money in themselves. Because when you look at these bills, and we know, and it was right out there. Remember when Biden got in and he did the $2,000 extra pay stimulus check for everybody. In order to pass that $2,000 stimulus check for everybody, all the other stuff that was layered in that bill that cost billions or trillions of dollars.
6,000 pages that nobody could read. Everybody was like, we couldn't read the whole stimulus bill.
Right.
But you know what? Smart people like you and me.
Yes,
See,
we know.
You don't have to be a brainiac. You don't have to have a college degree. Jesus Christ didn't have a college degree. Jesus Christ and some of the greatest, smartest men of our time.
Gandhi, Nelson Mandela.
They don't have college degrees.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a college degree to have common sense.
Right.
Common sense of what's happened to our country. She just said it.
Or not.
There's no reason. I've been all over the world, and I've seen the airports all over the world. I've seen the cities of all over the world. And America rates maybe in 187, like the worst. We're a third world country.
Right.
We look like a third world country. Even Punta Cana is more modern than America. So believe it or not, we are. But go to any other airport in the world. JFK is deteriorating. LA is deteriorating.
Yeah.
Because you spend millions and billions and trillions and billions giving it to other countries so they can develop and then destroy America. And
Right.
all they do is say, death to America, death to
Right.
America. Take it from a veteran like me. Ask all the veterans that have fought in all these wars for 20 years.
Right.
Me, pre-Desert Storm, was trained to kill Kohei. I don't talk about it.
Right.
You know, thank God I don't have PTSD. I
Right.
thank God for that. But I have anger issues for my country because I love America. So I'm going to do Punta Cana, USA, because you know that the 95% of the media outlets in America, they're afraid of men like me. They
Sure.
don't want a man like me telling the truth.
Of course.
Because a real person, a real American is going to say, I like this guy.
Right.
This guy's speaking from the heart. Here, I ain't got no teleprompter here. Do you have a teleprompter? No.
No.
We're telling the truth
Right.
about what's happening to our country, man. America is a third world country. And Trump is the only one's going to save it with Elon Musk. You like it, don't like it. They're still right? They're still screaming in the House of the Senate yesterday.
Yeah.
They're screaming like, no, you can't tell us what to do with our money. You've been doing it with our money.
Right.
You've been taking our money, our tax-paying money, and our children are eating what $12 for a carton of eggs. What is wrong with you, America?
Right. Yeah.
And then don't come telling me that Congresswoman yesterday. I watch all this. The Congresswoman yesterday. What is $5,000 going to do for you, America? What? Are you kidding me? What $5,000 going to do for every American? And you giving $17,000 in EBT cards. And you took care of these illegal rats coming in the back of my car and through the back door. You are an illegal immigrant coming through my back door while we have real legal immigrants
That are starving.
that are starving, and you're giving them $17,000 a month, and you put them in 5-star hotels, and you got my veterans sleeping
On the street.
in a street, and I took an oath, and I'm tired of it. Trump got tired of it. The people that voted for Trump are tired of it. It's enough. Enough is enough. You all need to be in Gitmo. And he's coming for you. Trump has not forgot. He has not forgot what you did. Trump has not forgot everything you did, right? All these years. You think that man forgot about that? No, he didn't. He's setting it up with Pam Bundy. He's setting it up with Cash. He's coming after that ass. He sure is. He's coming after you. And I'm going to tell you, what you devil rats did, you did it to yourselves. Your party is over. The fat lady sung, you're out of here. And you better get on those planes.
Right.
You Ellen DeGeneres. How you doing? What do you want? Oh, you View, those women in the View. I have no respect for you. I'm glad that Melania Trump sued you and won for defamation. $900 million. ABC. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Every media outlet, because you don't have a man like me or Christy on your shows. You don't have people like us telling the truth to America. America don't want to hear about, I went to an Ivy League school and I studied journalism. What kind of journalism does this guy, De La Raza, have? Here's my journalism. Here's my journalism degree right here. U.S. Army, I took an oath to protect my country from foreign and domestic enemies. And you Congress rats, you are my enemy. And you need to be prosecuted, you need to be arrested, and you need to be sent to Gitmo. And I'll take it one step further. you need to be shot for treason.
Well, I'll let the Lord decide whether or not they're going to be shot for treason. However, everything else, you are absolutely correct. And this is one thing. Eventually, you walk the crooked path is going to catch up to you. And therefore, you know what? A lot of times people get angry, they get frustrated, and we've all been angry and frustrated in these past 4 years because we have watched all of these things go down. We have seen them terrorize Trump basically in going into his home and trying to find trying to kill him, but trying to find all these false allegations, hoping they would break him, hoping that they would, get the upper hand on him. But the thing is that the truth will always come out in the end. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but you know what? When it does, you're going to be screwed.
Oh, yeah. Everything that you do in the dark shall come into the light.
That is right.
Amen. Greater is he that is in me than he or she that advocates the wickedness and maliciousness of the world. And you, America, you've been living in maliciousness and wickedness for the last 20 years. And you keep listening to these Jezebels from hell. Now you're a feminist. You're a homophobic. No, I'm not. I have 3 daughters. Do I think that there are women out there that could possibly be president? Yes, maybe 2 or 3 that I. But if I say it, then you're going to say, no, you're crazy. No, Gabriel Bridget, I think, should be Tulsi Gabbard, I think, could be president.
Sure.
Candace Owens, female president. You want
Right.
a black woman? No, you're not going to get me to vote for Kamala, Dramala, Magala, Dracula. It ain't happening. But if you put somebody, right?
Absolutely.
Somebody that's competent to be a president, I would say she can do the job.
For sure.
But don't come with me. Equal rights. DEE. You're not going to have a munchkin police
Right.
taking care of my president, 6'5", right?
Right.
You all saw that with your own eyes. And you know they're not there anymore, right? The Karens and the little munchkin police that they had, the CEI, Secret Service, right? Yes. The Secret Service, we all know. But people are like, I don't know what's wrong with people. If you know that they sent to kill him, if you know that was a setup to kill Trump, if you know this, let's go after him.
Right.
Well, Cash, I'm waiting for you, brother.
I think what people also need to do is their due diligence. And I think nowadays, too, so many people are like, well, it's the media. If the media says it, well, then I should believe it. Well, we just watched how many years of the world being put on pause with lies, and now they're going back and saying the exact opposite of what they said during COVID. And so, we need to, as individuals, do our due diligence, look for other sources. And unfortunately, nowadays, the majority of the media outlets are not truthful.
They're not. They're all lies and fairy tales and lies and lies. And then they tell you, people who defend Trump, right?
Right.
Or Tucker Carlson or somebody who defends Trump, Sean Hannity, it doesn't matter.
Right.
Whoever defends Trump, that's misinformation. Misinformation. Right. But you know what? If I've been misinforming people for the past 12 years, I hate to tell you this, but I'm 10 for 10. Everything I've said about Trump, everything I've said about America, everything that I said that was going to happen to you, happened to you. I told you in 2020, Trump is not just 45. Trump is 45, 46, and 47. But no, they don't want to open their eyes.
No.
They don't want to open their eyes to the Dominion machines. Remember the Dominion machines, the false counts, the ballot, you don't. What happened to those 25 million ballots in 2020? Oh, they just didn't want to vote. They didn't want to. No, you're lying.
Right.
You're lying. You fabricated all those votes. And you put Biden, a senile old man, and you put Kamala. You know what Biden and Kamala remind me of? A man fetus all over, when he went to the poll. Yeah, all he did was change his T-shirt and kept the cagalitroto pants on. So you still smell. Oh, that's what Biden did. How you like me now?
All right. I love it. I love it. I want to know about where were you born?
I was born in Brownsville, dwell in Castle Hill, blow like Johnny Gill, make a knocker stand still for real.
Brownsville, what, New York?
Brownsville, New York.
Brownsville, New York.
Mike Tyson.
Okay. And so growing up, what was it like?
Well, growing up in Brownsville was really rough, like Mike says. It was a life that I would have done 50 years or the rest of my life in prison. Because I got into this, I think you remember the Latin Kings.
Yeah, of course.
I always hide this, but I keep it as a testimony.
Well, I think that is something that is a true testament to your character in the fact that you will talk about it and you don't hide that part because, it's not where we came from. It's where we've gotten to.
Thank you. So I keep the Latin King stamps on my arm to show the next generation.
Right.
La calle, the streets, is not where you want to be.
No.
The streets will kill you. The streets will destroy you. The streets will set you back. So I got out of the Kings. Thank you, Jesus. I got out of the Kings and I cleaned up my life. I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. I stopped hanging out, weeding out, the crippy baby. I stopped all that. I stopped all the smoking and the weeding out and the women. I stopped all that. And look at where I'm at. I'm still here 25 years. The legend is still here. And I'm still doing radio. I'm still doing television. I'm still doing movies.
How old were you when you got involved?
Oh,
more or less.
Maybe 14, 15.
And what was it that brought you into that circle? Like, I know, yes, it's in the streets. You're constantly being bombarded by it. But what was it specifically that you were like, what was that need that you were trying to fulfill?
Peer pressure. People don't talk about it, but it was the peer pressure, just like Tyson. He was robbing people and stuff. Thank God I didn't do that, but I got into some, drug trafficking and gun trafficking. And you know what? I didn't wake up until I met a recruiter, and he said, we can straighten you up. Just join the Army. So I knew I saved myself.
Right.
Before it was too late.
How difficult was it to walk away? Like, because they don't usually let you walk
they
away.
They usually kill you. But in my case, a lot of the Inca, I won't mention names, but
of course not.
I don't like to incriminate nobody, so I'm not going to mention names. Unless you're a devil rat and you did it, and I know you did it, then I'll tell you. But the Incas in those days, they knew that I was related to Tito Puente.
Uh-huh.
So I kind of went to the head man in Chicago and answered to the other one in New York and said, listen, man, I just, I was a translator to a lot the Colombians and the cocaine cowboys in Miami. I have a deep, deep history with that.
For the listeners, for 1 second, for the listeners that don't know who Tito Puente is, can you tell us?
The Mambo King. The real Mambo King, not these guys that you see in Puerto Rico, Looney Tunes. No, Tito Puente. He was he's Tito Puente Jr.'s father, my uncle, through my mother's side of the Asensios, because a lot of people don't know that Tito Puente Jr. Asensio, his second name is Asensio. I'm Asensio, James Daniel Asensio. So I straightened up.
Okay.
In time.
Yep.
And even when I came out of the Army and I even produced an album for my cousin, Tito Puente Jr., Guarachando. You can look all this up in EMI Records. And he got a Billboard Award.
Wow.
We got the Billboard in 2001. And so I kind of like trained Junior, and I kept putting in his head, Junior, you got to follow the footsteps of the old man. And just, I'm never going to be like my father. No, but you are your father.
Right.
You are your father. You are Tito Puente Jr. You are the blood of your father.
Exactly.
So all you got to do is just keep singing his music, keep his legacy alive.
Right.
Ever since then, I remember he came to visit me in Orlando, And he was training and playing timbales. And I said, that's it. Just keep that thing up, brother. Keep that. And I did a lot of shows with him too, before I went to Super Canal. And we did a lot of gigs together. And we even did the Trump. We even sang for Trump. Me and Tito sang for Trump. And I don't know if he's listening to his wife or what, because he doesn't want to tell me. But, because he knows I'm a diehard Trumpster. But I think Tito Jr. is like, he gets it like, I want to be monkey in the middle.
Yeah.
And the Bible tells you got to choose, right or left. You got to choose.
You do.
He won't tell me.
Well,
Yep, there you go.
you definitely have to choose right or left for the Bible. For you gotta. It's either God's world or this world.
Satan's
world. Or Satan's world. You're absolutely correct. And so as far as voicing political opinion, that's people just choose to stay in the middle.
They want to stay in the middle. Stay in the middle.
And that's fine for whatever reason. But when you think about kids on the street today and what attracts them to it,
the music,
the
lyrics,
but I think also the money,
Oh yeah, quick money. That was like what happened to me with quick money back in the days.
And do you feel that is one of the biggest pulls for these young people? I know you said peer pressure, but then once they get a taste of, I don't have to be poor anymore, I don't have to wear God knows what anymore, I don't have to worry about, not having enough or not eating or whatever. Do you feel that is what the biggest draw is to them going in and staying in?
Yeah, it's always the money. It's the money. The roots of all evil. Money.
Well,
it's
people are the root of all evil. Money is just the byproduct.
The money makes them people.
Yeah, exactly.
People
Well, agree. Yes, absolutely, 100%. Because money can also do
money
a lot
could do
of
a lot of good
things.
A lot of good things. But that's like the chosen few of the Bible.
Absolutely.
The masses do the evil things,
Yes,
and the bad things. The chosen few of the Bible, if they're rich, they do the right thing.
Yes.
Like Elon Musk. They don't want to hear that, though.
No, they don't want to hear that. And I always said that if I were to be president of the United States, my right-hand man would be Elon Musk.
Oh, I like that. I like you. You and me are good. You and me on the same page.
100%. When I read his biography, I was just
Me too.
floored by but where he came from and his youth, how he got to where he is. Just people envy him or wish they could be him, but I think that he has a brain that can also be very torturous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a complex individual.
Yeah.
But he's got a great heart.
Absolutely, 100%.
He's got a great heart. He's got 9 kids.
Yeah.
And people say, I love this guy. Hey, he takes care of his kids.
That's right.
He loves his
does.
kids.
He
The kids
loves
love him. Look at all Trump's kids. Not one of them ever got involved in a crime.
Right.
None of them drink or smoke or use drugs.
Right.
So show me the roots.
Absolutely.
Your fruits.
100%. So tell us, as we close out here, tell us about this new show that you're going to, the Punta Cana USA. Let me know, what's it about? I mean,
yeah, Punta Cana USA, me and Rock and Roll Dave and Frankie D, we put this show together. We're putting it together. It's coming soon, Roku, all the digital platforms. And it's basically a perspective of the Latinos and the tourists that come through Punta Cana and giving them the real deal, the news, the real news, not the CNN in Espanol. Right. You could probably, what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
They try to blacklist a Fox News network here, I mean, the truth is the truth. So if you listen to me, if you listen to Christy, you're going to see that we tell the truth.
Yes.
So what we tell and what we deliver to you is coming from Punta Cana to the USA.
Good.
So from Latin America to the Caribbean to Puerto Rico, we're going to be telling you and breaking the news of Punta Cana, USA. In the USA, and the Americas, Latin America, and the Caribbean.
And I think that that's really important. You know why? Because, you know, a lot of tourists come here, visit, they go to the resort, and they're afraid to go off the resort because they're being told not to go. Or, you know, I had my uncle and his wife be like, yeah, but the Dominican Republic right now is on an orange alert or a red alert. And I'm like,
what?
I live here. I walk around here. I drive here. I go to the supermarket here.
They'll listen to you.
They'll
listen to you.
Feel in danger at all.
Yes.
Obviously, just like anywhere else, you're not going to walk down a dark alley at nighttime with your purse wide open. So you wouldn't do that in the United States. You don't do it here, or else you're asking for trouble, right?
Exactly.
Like, so I always say that the one thing here is, if I'm going to get mugged, I'd rather get mugged here, because at least here they'll just take my purse. Whereas in the United States, they'll take my purse and they'll kill me.
They'll kill you. She's right.
So I'm excited. I can't wait to hear it and for it to come. And everybody, thank you so much. You want to learn more about James De La Raza? The Punta Cana USA is coming. How else can people?
They can reach me, James De La Raza, Facebook. You can reach me by Facebook. You can reach me by Instagram. You can reach me by TikTok. But reach me if you can.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, James. Until next time, this is Christy Maggio with What's Up Punta Cana. Bye.
Good show.
Every Friday at 7 p.m., Punta Cana Hits presents What's Up Punta Cana with Christy Maggio, the #1 English talk show in the area, with the best that the Dominican Republic and the rest of the world have to offer.
Somos la plataforma digital más completa, puntacanahits.com, a través de Radio Bávaro 90.3.
Punta Cana Hits, lo mejor está aquí. Sintoniza y conéctate, no te lo puedes perder.
Vive nuestra programación a través de
Punta Cana Hits.
Vive por ti.
Conéctate, vive por ti. Los más activos en las redes y en tu radio, sí.
Porque compro de todo y me sale más barato. Me va mejor.
Porque me da para la medicina y me sobra para la comida. Me va mejor.
Porque todo está más limpio. Me va mejor.
Porque todo está más fresco. Me va mejor.
Porque veo más variedad. Me va mejor.
Porque me brinda la ayuda que necesito. Me va mejor.
Porque hago mis compras más rápido. Me va mejor.
¿Para qué quieres más? Si aquí te va mejor.
En salud, a mí me va